Hello everybody and welcome back to more political chatter. In this video we will be talking about Joe Biden and how he has announced that he will be running for president in 2024. So obviously this is not a surprise, we will just start with that. Of course we had always expected Joe Biden to run for re-election. We figured that nothing would come up when it comes to his health, at least the chances of that happening were less. And we always believed that Joe Biden would be running for president in 2024. So it finally is official. He will be running. I assume no health concerns will arise, which will cause him, to drop out or say, I do not want the nomination of my party, whatever. But we will assume that he will be a candidate in the primary. And, he released his campaign video today. He released his 2024 website, his new logo, basically same logo, but whatever. And basically, we have another candidate in the Democratic race for president right now. Joe Biden. Here is his new logo. All that he switched was he made the E kind of wavy, which I honestly don't like. I would think that I would like it, but I honestly like the other one better. Yes, I do care about logos very, very much. This one is not that good. It should have said Kennedy for president, and Marianne's is actually really good in my opinion. Anyway, so now we have three candidates in the race for president on the Democratic side. We have President Joe Biden, we have Robert F. Kennedy Jr., and Marianne Williamson. But now, starting this morning, Joe Biden released his campaign video this morning, and he is now in the race. And there has been a lot of sentiment throughout the Democratic Party. A lot of the younger Democrats in the nation were in favor of replacing Biden with someone else on the ticket, maybe someone more progressive. People were saying, people like Ro Khanna, Raphael Warnock. There are, of course, a lot of absurd ideas, like I'm sure there are every presidential election, but all of those are now dismissed. Joe Biden will be really that Democratic Party's core candidate that they're supporting. The establishment, to put it in simpler terms, will be backing the incumbent president, obviously. We have Kennedy and Williamson both in the race. I'm sure, especially Kennedy, I think that he will pose a major threat to Biden in New Hampshire, and that would really be his key to victory, and we will see how Marianne does. She would probably, her key to victory is going to be more of a progressive state, an early progressive state, maybe something like Michigan, but also New Hampshire, possibly also. But now we have a three-way race between Biden, Kennedy, and Williamson. So it is official that he will be in the race. So, as I said, there was a lot of talk. Maybe, just maybe. This wasn't really a concern right now, like a few days ago. But early into Joe Biden's presidency, when his approval ratings began to fall, people started to dislike Joe Biden. The question came up, we have an unpopular president who is 80 years old, who, will be 84 at the end of his second term. That is a major concern for us. Are we sure we want to have him as our nominee? Should we, get him to step down? And should we get Kamala Harris to succeed him? Should we get Gretchen Whitmer to succeed him? Should we get Ro Khanna to succeed him? So, additionally, like if a progressive Democrat, like in Congress, let's say Bernie Sanders, or no, let's say Ro Khanna, because Bernie's team was trying to get Ro Khanna to run. Let's say in an alternate universe, Ro Khanna was thinking about running prior to this. Well, that was his chance to run. That was his chance to, get momentum, get some steam in the race. But now that Biden and Harris are back in the primary, just Biden. I don't know why I said Biden and Harris, but now that Biden is back in the primary, there really isn't any chance of that. Joe Biden will be the only the only person who holds office right now to run in the Democratic primaries for president. I'll just say that right now. Obviously, this will be a very interesting race to see where this goes. We have two very interesting and unique candidates running against Joe Biden. We have Marianne Williamson, who is dubbed as an unserious candidate, but she is making a lot of sense to progressives, saying, well, in my opinion, an unserious candidate is one that signs the Willow Project into action. She's saying that she is the most serious of the candidates, and there's even a little rivalry between Williamson and Kennedy when it comes to Tucker Carlson. Kennedy defended Tucker Carlson yesterday. Marianne Williamson, rebuted what Kennedy had to say, but Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is maybe an even more interesting candidate than Marianne Williamson. I mean, this is a Kennedy, and you do not see people from the Kennedy family running against Democratic establishment candidates, as, they are the Democratic establishment, So, as I said, it will be very interesting to see where this goes. Now the schedule's all changed up, so South Carolina will come first. I feel that Biden will cruise to victory there. But something else, how will Robert F. Kennedy Jr. do among African Americans? There were a whole ton at his event, and Joe Kennedy in the Senate primary in 2020, where he did well. The poorer, heavily African American communities, so it still says something that the Kennedys do have support among African Americans. Of course, that was just in the Senate primary in Massachusetts. Will it be different for RFK Jr., not Joe Kennedy, and in South Carolina, not Massachusetts? So, as I said, this was expected. Biden is in the race. What else can I say? Thank you all for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. That would mean so much to me. But anyway, I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all next time.